My GF32F and I30M have started spending a lot of time with a married couple 27F32M, and I think we are becoming too close. Caution, long. So my GF, who we will call Sarah, and I met a married couple a few years ago. We will call them Mike and Karen. We met through some mutual friends, and at first we did not really hit it off. We would just talk at large social gatherings when they were there. This carried on for about a year or so. Mike and I ended up becoming really good friends because he and I both lead very similar lives, both professionally and socially. We have almost frighteningly similar interests and aspirations. Sarah and Karen did not spend much time together, either with Mike and I, or on their own at first, because they are both somewhat socially awkward. But once they started spending time together, they really made a connection, and now are best friends. They speak almost daily. For about the past year, we have been spending more and more time with Mike and Karen, all the while becoming closer and closer both mutually and individually. We have even recently gone on vacation together and stayed in the same rooms together, as well as spend the night at each other's homes. And to be honest, I, and in my opinion everyone else, has genuinely enjoyed every second of it. We get along to a T on almost every point, and when we do not, we will politely discuss our opinions and usually agree to disagree. Not to say that we spend much time doing anything other than talking about each other and things we enjoy. All of this sounds well and good, but I will now discuss why I'm starting to feel there may be an issue that I think needs addressing. It has come to my attention that Mike and Sarah will often end up together, and so will Karen, and now this seems normal for the most part because Sarah and I have been together for almost 5 years, and Mike and Karen have been together for going on 7. So becoming close with another male or female you get along with after becoming familiar with your own so is not uncommon. I find it completely acceptable that each person has found a counterpart in the opposite time of the other relationship. My problem forms at the point that I am starting to believe that Mike and Sarah get along far better than Sarah and I, and vice versa. Karen and I have started to hit it off more than Sarah and I ever really have. I do not mean to say that I do not love Sarah. She has been an absolute shining light in my life, and has helped me through many of my personal issues. I love her like no woman I have ever been in a relationship with. We still get along beautifully, but our physical relationship has started to wane over the last year or so. Mike and Karen are an amazing couple together as well, but it's obvious to me that Karen gets frustrated with Mike because he is not physical with her anymore. Karen and I are both very affectionate, and Mike and Sarah are not. It does not bother them to only say a simple "I love you" and give a slight show of affection once a day. But when they are together, they will touch each other's arms or backs, talk spiritedly, and they both reminisce about each other frequently. Karen and I are the exact opposite. We show affection to ourselves quite often and say "I love you" to them all the time. This is starting to become an issue because we find each other comforting in this manner. We converse a lot and share many inside jokes, as well as exchanging slight touches and embraces while we are all together. Often at the end of the night we will be the only two still awake, and will talk until the wee hours of the morning. To be completely honest, I am starting to crush on her, and I know this is not right. Mike is like a brother to me. I would never intentionally intrude on their relationship. I know he feels the same about me. He and I, and our entire group of friends, were raised very traditionally and are very tight-knit. I am worried that at some point one of us might take things too far, and I do not want to risk our friendship over this. To be perfectly honest, I don't find myself jealous of Mike and Sarah, just feeling guilty about Karen and I. I'm just afraid to say anything to anyone, and hurt feelings damage relationships. What are some options to help alleviate this situation, which has been in my head day in and day out for weeks, and keeps me up at night? Story 2. My 30M girlfriend 27F told me that she used to be a S-time addict, and that is why she has no friends. We are about to move to a big city, and she said she is scared she will fall back on old habits. How am I supposed to react to this? I live in a rural area, and one night I met Karen when I was biking around my area. I invited her over for dinner that night. We started dating, and then fell in love quickly. We both live in a super isolated area. She lives maybe 30 miles from the nearest home and spends all of her time by herself. Her job is entirely online. I know she came from Chicago, and that she moved here 2 years ago, but I never fully realized why she moved here. She just kept saying she needed to get away from the big city and wanted to live out in the country. We've been dating for a year or so, and I got a job offer in Minneapolis and I asked her to move there with me. She said yes, and we both got very excited and it was just great. And then, today, she sat me down and said she needed to tell me something which she had been keeping a secret from me. She used to be a S-time addict, like diagnosed and everything. She just told me all this stuff about how she started having S-time at 12 years old and spent most of her teens and 20s pursuing S-time. She said at 15-16 she would go to nightclubs and just sleep with older men every week. She had never truly been able to keep down a boyfriend because she couldn't resist sleeping with other men. She said I was the first boyfriend she had never cheated on. All of her other boyfriends were 1-2 month flings and I was the first one that was even remotely long term. I have to say, I was shocked. But I also felt sorry for her. She literally had to leave the city and live in the country just to escape her vice. And I've noticed she has an insatiable S-time drive, but I never really connected the dots that it might be a problem for her. She said she ducked up every single relationship she had because of her S-time addiction, including friends. She said that she loves me, but she doesn't know how she could possibly not go back to old habits if we moved back to a city. I didn't even know what to say. Was she saying that if we moved back to the city, she would cheat on me? Like that just felt weird to hear honestly. I know what she was saying was legit. She was crying when she told me. How am I supposed to react to this? I really love this girl. I don't even really know anything about S-time addiction honestly. I just told her I would think about it. Story 3, my friends don't respect my relationship and keep encouraging me to cheat. I don't know how to make them stop. Me 27M and my girlfriend 26F have been together for 5 years. I have known my closest group of friends since we were 5 years old or so. Some of them are single, some of them are dating or married, and none of them is faithful to their partners. At first they were supportive of my relationship, but then things got serious, and now they keep constantly encouraging me to cheat. They're always trying to set me up with girls they know, putting me in embarrassing situations, and I just don't want to do it. I've never cheated on anyone, and cheating on my girlfriend would be just a very stupid decision. What I have with her I've never had with anyone else, and I really don't want to lose her. Last month we went to a party, they introduced me to this girl, she was very drunk and started hitting on me. My friend gave me a scene and told me to have fun. By the end of the night I had to pick my girlfriend up at her friend's. This girl asked me to give her a ride home. We live very close to each other, and I'm so thankful that my girlfriend trusts me and isn't jealous, because she was more worried about how drunk the girl was than by the fact that I was driving a girl I barely know home. The thing is, I left the party with this girl, absolutely nothing happened. My girlfriend was in the car with us most of the time, but now my friends think I had S-time with her. I told them nothing happened, but they keep saying that I don't have to lie to them or to be ashamed of it. I don't want them to believe in something that never happened, and worse if my girlfriend finds out and believes that somehow something happened before I picked her up. I really don't know what to do. They're my lifelong friends, I really don't want to cut ties with them, but they keep doing these things and don't respect my relationship. My girlfriend doesn't know that they keep constantly encouraging me to cheat, and I don't want her to know because she'd be seriously pissed off. And I haven't done anything wrong of my understanding. Story 3 update. There are rumors that I cheated on my girlfriend. I didn't under very bad circumstances, and she says she trusts me. Should I be worried about this? Me 27M and my girlfriend 26F have been together for 5 years. I have known the guys that were my closest group of friends since we were 5 years old or so, and none of them is faithful to their partners. They kept constantly encouraging me to cheat, always trying to set me up with girls they know, putting me in embarrassing situations. I've never cheated on anyone, and cheating on my girlfriend would be just a very stupid decision. What I have with her I've never had with anyone else, and I really don't want to lose her. Around 2 months ago we went to a party, they introduced me to this girl, she was very drunk and started hitting on me. My friend gave me a scene and told me to have fun. By the end of the night I had to pick my girlfriend up at her friend's. This girl asked me to give her a ride home. We live very close to each other. I picked my girlfriend up, and we drove the girl home. Now people think I had time with this girl because I left the party with her, but absolutely nothing happened. My girlfriend was in the car with us most of the time, except for the short period I was on my way to pick her up. I told her that the girl was a friend of my friend's and she asked me to take her home, and my girlfriend was super cool with it. She was just worried about how drunk the girl was. When the rumor started, I told my girlfriend about it, and she didn't say anything. I also stopped talking to those guys because I am really pissed off by all of this, and not only because of this situation, but I realized we just don't share the same interests and values anymore. They've done other things that I'm not involved, but I don't think it's okay. I thought everything was fine by now, but just recently my girlfriend came to talk to me and asked if I'm sure nothing happened between me and that girl. I'm 100% sure nothing happened. She just said okay, I trust you. But didn't talk about it again. I don't know if I should be worried about it or not, or if I should talk to her about it, or I don't know. I really don't want people to think or to talk about something that never happened, and I especially don't want something that never happened to be a problem between me and my girlfriend. I've told everyone that nothing happened, but people preferred to believe I just don't want to admit what I supposedly did. TLDR, long story short, people have been saying that I cheated on my girlfriend and I absolutely did not. I told her about it when the rumors started, and recently she asked me if I'm sure nothing happened. She says she trusts me. I don't know if I should be worried or not. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, those are some friends you have. You should definitely consider changing your social group. It sounds like your GF really do trust you, so I don't think there's anything to worry about for now. However, if you were to keep hanging out with friends that are constantly encouraging you to cheat, she may start to doubt you at some point. Redditor 2, is it just me or has this same exact story already been posted to this sub? Like maybe a few months ago? ETA, I'm right, it was posted by the same account about 2 months ago. Op answer, yes, it was me. I posted about this situation when it happened, and I'm posting this again because people keep talking, and the alarming thing to me is that my girlfriend came to ask me if I'm sure nothing happened. Redditor 3, you need to upgrade your friend group. Redditor 4, okay, you need to sit her down, grab both her hands and say to her that you love her and she means the world to you. She needs reassurance. Just saying you didn't do anything is just words. Say to her if she has any doubt about anything that night you are an open book and can talk about anything that is bothering her. Don't let anything stew in the back of her mind because it will grow and grow until one day you both have an argument and she brings it out. Redditor follow up, and tell her about your thoughts concerning a change of friendship group due to their values and interests no longer matching with yours. That will probably make her feel better too, since this mess is mostly caused by your friends being the way that they are. The incident and the rumors. Redditor 5, your friends don't just cheat on their girlfriends, which is a DCK move, they encourage RP. Getting someone super drunk because you don't think they'd consent otherwise is super not okay. You may not be a cheater, but if you're okay with your friends sexually assaulting women in this story, they didn't, they only encouraged you to. But I'm going to guess getting women drunk to duck is something they do regularly. You're not a good guy.